Welcome to episode 13 of Street Sense with me, Maxwell Mensah. On this episode, I'm going to share with you 7 things you should never do on your first date. 7 things you should never do on your first date. Before I get to the meat of today's message, I want to remind you, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel now. Subscribe so you can see all my updates anytime I post videos. Like this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to share. Just so you know, like I keep saying, I'm on a 100-day YouTube challenge, and my goal is to get my first 1,000 subs by the 100th day. And so if you want to help me reach my goal, why don't you subscribe now? Why don't you share the video so that other people can see and also subscribe? Thank you very much. Now let's get to the meat of today's message. 7 things you should never do on your first date. Look, your first date is like an interview you've gone for. Don't take it too seriously and don't take it too lightly, else you may never get another date. Else that guy will not propose to you again. Else that lady will not accept you ever again because you may have created a wrong impression. On your first date, always be concerned about creating the right impression and leaving the right impression in the lady's mind and the guy's mind. And so 7 things you should never do. Number 1, don't go empty-handed, whether as the guy or the lady. Probably you are a guy, you don't have a car, but the lady you are going on a date with has a car. Don't go empty-handed. Don't assume that she will pick you from your house and then drop you back after the date. Or even if you pick a car there yourself, don't assume she'll come and drop you. What if you have an argument at the date or at the place, and she drives off angrily and leaves you there? How do you get back if you don't have some money on you? If you're a lady and you go on a date empty-handed, and something happens at the date and then the guy gets angry and he's unable to control himself, and then he leaves you there, how do you get back home if you don't have money on you? Never go on a date empty-handed. It is just a date, for crying out loud. You are not his responsibility yet, and you are not her responsibility. No one is there to take care of you. Have some money on you. As a matter of fact, some people even advocate that when you go on a first date, as a lady, pay for your own meal, and then let the guy also pay for his own meal. Just to test each other, just to test the kind of a guy he is. Offer to pay and see his reaction. Yeah, you're a lady, offer to pay and actually bring out your money or bring out your Visa card, your card. Bring it out and try to pay and see his reaction. As a guy, of course, you're a guy, you're expected to pay anyway, but just wait a bit and see her reaction. See how she relates to money. Don't go on a date empty-handed. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Probably the guy may have come on a date with a small budget. Probably he has only 200 cedis on him. But because of the way they eat, the way you can eat plenty, or because of the nature of the hotel or the restaurant you went to, probably there are things that are more expensive than the guy had expected. And so you may, after ordering other things, it may have exceeded his budget. You don't want both of you to be embarrassed in the restaurant just like that. And so have some extra money on you, just so in case of anything, either of you can cover the bill so you don't end up embarrassing yourself or both of you. So never go on a first date or any date empty-handed. Second thing you should never do on your first date, never eat too much or never eat too little. Yes, we know you're a glutton. We know that you like food, you eat. You eat till you are so full you can't even breathe. But it is a date you are going on. It is not a food festival. It is not a food festival. Don't eat too much. It's a day to get to know each other, to get to chat more, better. So be interested about vibing with the person, creating a connection with the person, than on the food. Just like with the ham. You order the first course, second course, dessert and things, you're just eating. Don't eat too much. It paints the wrong impression about you. It sends the wrong message about you. And don't eat too little. Mind you, it is money you are spending to buy the food. And just imagine if you took you to a very expensive restaurant and one plate of food can cost you about 250 cedis, and then all you did was to take just 2 spoons or 3 spoons and leave the rest. Are you helping him to waste money? Or you are there to just waste money because you have no idea what to do with money, so you're just there to waste money. Look, when you go on a date, especially on the first date, don't eat too much because you send a message of you are somebody who is an I don't care person. Don't eat too little because it is money you are going to spend to buy the food and the drinks. Don't waste money. No matter how rich you are, don't just buy an expensive one and you just take 2 spoons just to show off. My guy, don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Third thing, Don't try to impress too much. See, normally when you try to impress too much, you end up killing the impression. You end up destroying the impression. Just like you want to show that you are the guy who knows everything. So you're just trying to say so many things. Give some rundown about some things that you've experienced. Share your ideas on things. Charlie, don't try to impress too much. You know the kind of person you are. You know your upbringing. You know what you know. You know your real self. Be your true self. If the person will love you, they will love you for being your real self, not by faking, not by faking who you are just to impress the person. Because mind you, when you fake yourself during that first date and the person accepts you because of that fake impression you created, for how long are you going to keep faking your impression? For how long are you going to keep faking your true self? For how long? You can't do it forever. You can't. You can't do it forever. If you're going to date for 2 years before you get married, and you're going to get married, you're going to stay married forever, for how long will you continue to fake who you are? You can't. So be yourself. Be your true self. If the person will love you, they will love you for being who you are. If they won't love you, Charlie, it's their loss. Let them go their way. But be yourself. Don't try to impress. Don't try to impress. Sometimes you try to impress by spending so much money. You don't have money. You're going to borrow money from your friends to take this lady out. And yet you want to show off. You want to impress. So you are buying these expensive drinks, expensive wines. You've gone to a very expensive restaurant. And as the lady is buying the thing, you keep calculating in your mind. Hey, Charlie, so if I add this one, and you're calculating in your head, and you realize that there'll be so much tension on you, so much pressure on you, my guy, my lady. Don't try to impress too much on your first date, else you end up killing the impression. The next thing you shouldn't do on your first date, and as a matter of fact, on any other date, is don't share all your secrets. Don't share all your secrets. You are just on a date. It may be a one-time date or just 2 times date, and it will not happen again. You don't want to go about sharing your secrets with any guy or any lady you take out on a date. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You're on the first date and you're sharing all your life history. Just say everything about you are sharing. Your family history, your family struggles, your family challenges, everything about your family, you are sharing. Your personal escapades, the challenges, you are sharing everything the lady you've taken out. Why? As a lady, you are sharing all your life history, the abortions you've done in this life, the people you've slept with, the guy who raped you. You are sharing everything with the person on a first date. First date, you will kill the person's interest in you. Don't share too much. Don't share your secrets too much on the first date. Next thing you should never do: don't talk too much, else you end up loose talking. It is linked to the last, one of the points I mentioned earlier. Don't talk too much. Yes, chat to the person, but don't talk too much. See, normally it's when you talk too much that you end up loose talking. You end up saying things you never intended to say. And what a way of killing the vibe of the person you want to impress. But you are talking too much and you end up saying the wrong things. The person goes like, oh, okay, oh, I see. So this is the kind of person this guy is saying, okay. Okay, so this is the kind of person this lady is saying, okay. It is just because you were talking too much. You were talking too much. You ended up loose talking and saying things you were not supposed to say. Before I get to the next point, I want to kindly remind you and urge you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe now, like this video, leave a comment, and share the video so others can also get to see this video. Now, the 6th thing you should never do when you go on a date, and this one, it is so important to me. Never spend all the time on your phone. Never ever do it. Never do it. So you've taken this lady out on a date, and for the period you are there, you are just on your phone, constantly on your phone, checking your WhatsApp messages, going to WhatsApp to check WhatsApp status, going to Instagram to go and check Instagram updates. If you want to be on your phone checking WhatsApp status and chatting to people on WhatsApp and going to Instagram, why have you taken her on a date? Then let her be in her house, so that you be in your house and then be checking your WhatsApp updates while chatting with her on WhatsApp. But if you've taken the lady on a date, don't spend all the time on your phone. And if you are a lady and he has taken you on a date, don't spend all the time on your phone. See, yes, your phone is important. The WhatsApp messages you are getting are important. The updates you want to see on Snapchat, on Twitter, on TikTok and all that, they are all important. I am not saying they're not important. They are important. But you are on a date. You don't get to be on a date always. You are on a date. Put your phone aside for once and spend some quality time with the person you're on a date with. Chat with the person. Well, there are times when you need to attend to some very important things. You need to go on your phone and check something and send somebody a message or reply a message or check something. But it should just be some few minutes and then you're done. Put the phone away. Spend time with the person. Don't go on a date and spend all the time on your phone. Because the date is only for a few hours, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, you are done. And then you're going to go back to your life and the person is not going to be there with you. And you can have all the time to check on your phone. So when you go on a date, put your phone aside and spend time with the person you've gone out to spend time with. The last thing you shouldn't do when you go out on a date is don't disrespect the guy you've gone on a date with. Don't disrespect the lady you've gone on a date with. Don't disrespect anyone you meet on your way to your date or at your date or after your date. Else you end up sending the wrong impression. You've taken me out on a date and you're going to disrespect me? Really? And you think I'll accept your proposal? Never. He has taken you out on a date and you want to disrespect him in public or in private, whether he was in the car, and you think he would want to date you? Never. You've gone out on a date and you are disrespecting the waiter, you are disrespecting the driver who was driving, you are disrespecting people around, and you think the person you've gone on a date with will still have the thought of wanting to date you or marry you? Never. Well, if it's me, no, it won't happen. So learn to respect the person you are going on a date with always, and learn to respect people who are around you all the time. Look, respect opens doors for people. And so if you want to date me or you want to date somebody and you don't learn to respect the person or you don't learn to respect yourself, you don't learn to respect others, forget about dating the person. So you end up going on a first date, but it will be your first and only date with that person, and you will never get another chance to go on a date. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Street Sense. I want to believe you have learned some things that will help you when you're going on your first date or any other date, so that you are able to win the person you want to be in a relationship with or you want to marry. I want to urge you, if you haven't subscribed at this point, I'm disappointed, but it's not too late. Kindly subscribe now, like this video, share this video, and leave a comment for you. My name is Maxwell Mensah. You can call me Talent Man, and I'll see you on the next episode.